Journalist Hangout. I still have Tony Waje right here and Asuko James. So let's move straight to our next conversation. The leadership fiasco in the Labour Party is amplifying by the day. But for some chieftains of the party, that chapter should be closed. The senator representing Anambra Central in the National Assembly, Victor Umeh, has said that there is no way back to the party for the sacked former national chairman, Julius Abure. Senator Umeh reaffirmed that Abure's tenure has expired and he is in breach of an agreement which became a consent judgment of the Federal High Court that he should take some steps, which he refused. The senator called on Abure to join the process again if he still wants to be the party's national chairman, adding that he cannot make himself chairman without going through the process. Okay, Tony, Senator Umeh has advised Julius Abure to heed the judgment of the Supreme Court. But it's like all of these factions, the Abure faction, the Apapa faction, but let's look at the Abure faction. They are seeing the judgment as they won. Now, why is Julius Abure not ready to obey that judgment?
I was listening to senior advocate Monday Bani this morning on the sister TV station when I was talking about enforcing court judgment. Enforcement of court judgment. It's only in this country that the courts will adjudicate on a case. At the end of the day, litigants will interpret it their own way. This one will say, this is what, and then the court seats, you know. Sometimes I wonder, are these, you know, we don't know most of these judges. Do they watch TVs? Do they read papers? Do they see the confusion with their, arising from their judgment? How
so misinterpreting judgment, you think is a deliberate thing by lawyers?
Of course, it's deliberate now, and that's why the lawyers come in here. So we are not lawyers, so at times you just stand akimbo and watch them like, what is going on? And you watch them, you are confused. The more you listen to them, the more you... So Barrister Obani was saying something like he think it has gotten to a stage where the judiciary will come up with maybe an arm that will enforce court judgment. Because at the end of the day, the police sits, it depends on where, where the pendulum swings in that case. That's where that's where you see the Nigerian police trying to enforce it. Because we cannot continue to do things this way. And let's take the case to this, put it at the doorstep and talk about the Nigerian, the Labour Party. What's going on at the Labour Party at the moment? Abure has been a problem of that party. Let's be realistic. Yeah. I mean, how can you see every day you're in court? How do the politicians, how do they feel? They go to court, they come, they twist judgment, they read it in a way it suits them. He has been told to exit. What is the big deal? Go and recontest and let the party breathe. My opinion. You can't be talking about you over and over. That was 2 years ago. The election going to 2 years now. By May, we're talking about 2 years ago. But you sit tight. The person you're even working with at that point, with Peter Obi, he has left you.
So you think what he's doing is working against the Labour Party?
Everybody knows. We need a formidable opposition, no matter where you stand. In every government, people will tell government, no, that route you're taking, can you make a detour? For the interest of the people. But when you don't have them, we're in soup. Look at PDP today. Can you say PDP is a political party? Do we have credible opposition? No. So they need to sit up. Let Abure give that party a space. That is what I think. Okay. Because they cannot be calling, after the election, a lot of things happen. Even in his home state, in Edo State. He was beaten to stupor at the point because of what was going on there. I mean, when are you going to say, I think it's enough, let me just take a breather? I think the time has come. Okay. Nigeria, for me, we need a formidable opposition. And when all these things happen, it gives, you just find yourself like, I mean, what's going on?
Now, another thing is, the Supreme Court said something. He said the party must use the internal mechanism to sort out their crisis, to sort out their issues.
That's a confusion there.
Now, there are 4 factions right now in the Labour Party. You know, the Abure faction, the Nenadi Usman faction, the NLC faction. Which one should take, in reconciling the Labour Party, which one should take the ascendancy? Is it the Nenadi Usman faction?
As it stands, I think
is it the Abure faction, the Apapa faction, or the NLC? Which one?
See, listen. The thing is, this is a political party.
NLC is not a faction, though. You know, it's not NLC.
NLC, you know, the NLC too. They also want to.
They have a dog in the fight.
Inside,
but they are not.
So where are they?
We know where they are. No.
Oh, we know. Okay, I do.
The thing is, if they really want to be formidable, okay. I think I said this yesterday. They need to drop their ambitions. All of them first. All these factions. They need to drop their ambitions.
I don't see that
and
happening.
Then all of them come into the table. That is the first thing. And that is where they will now start opening what is in their books, what is in their constitution, and then flow with it. Umeh said something, process. You have to go through the process. The only way you can go through a process is by when you look at what is in your constitution. But if there is no peace for that process, there can never be that process. So first, all of them have to say, okay, Abure, because I heard that even when they met in Abuja, they were even saying, you know what, Abure, you know what, come.
They invited
us.
Come so that we'll be able to address this matter. So first, just like you said, Abure has to now say, okay, I think I've lost this whole thing in court. Let me go and meet this guy.
But does he believe that he has lost it?
That is it. But he has people who believe.
Backing him, yeah.
Because he's still saying that he won the case.
Let me tell you, see, let me play devil's advocate.
And that's why the court needs to come in to interpret this thing, break it down.
Yeah. I think what Abure is looking at is, I was in my party, Jeje, then all of a sudden I invited people to come in. And now, all of a sudden, these people have pushed me out of the party. That is what he's thinking in his brain. But he has forgotten that even when he is a national chairman, he has time, like a time limit that is written in the party's constitution. So if the constitution says your time is just 4 years,
last year, 2024.
Yeah, I know.
And he went to court.
He has been to leave.
Yeah. You know, just leave. Why do like this?
Why not just leave? Because right now you went through all the process of going to the court and doing everything, and at the end of the day, the court has said all the things that you have brought dismissed.
The nullity.
Yeah. So remember they've conducted primaries.
Yeah, he conducted his own primaries in Anambra.
He conducted his own.
And that's why they are standing on.
You know, he conducted his own. So even Anambra now, if he brings out somebody and then the other faction also brings out, so they will be having 2, then those 2 now will still go to court again. So at the end of the day, so the best thing is for all of them. And just like I said yesterday,
yes,
they have a presidential candidate who everybody, most Nigerians are looking as a figure.
Like a natural leader.
Yes. There is nothing stopping Mr. Peter Obi from going to Mr. Abure's house and saying, Abure, my friend and brother, enough is enough of this crisis and fight. Let's leave all these things and let's come together. There's nothing bad in it. He can do it. That is what they call leadership. You can sometimes, they say you stoop to conquer. You can do it. Just go to him. Go with Governor Oti. Go with Nenadi Usman. All of you go there to his house. And
but is Abure ready for reconciliation? That's another thing.
Go to his house.
What if he doesn't open the door?
He will open the door.
Is he ready to reconcile?
He will be ready to reconcile. It is their party.
That is
for the interest of the party.
For the interest of the party. Because if he does that, if for instance they go to his house and he doesn't open the door, then he has turned to a reverse matter, whereby the other faction they refuse to open the gates. You understand? So the best thing is he will open. If he does not, it means that he's the one causing the crisis. So Nigerians will see it. But first, let this other faction, let them show that only we are going there for us to be able to sort this thing. They don't need to call him to Abuja. No, don't call him.
Go there, go to him.
And then come back, all of them sit down we have sorted our problems, and then from there they will start thinking about NEC, all the elections, any election they want to do, so that they can have a peaceful. Because
how about the other factions, the media?
All of them,
they should go to their houses as well.
And Arabambi.
So
exactly.
Let me tell you, some people might think that Lamidi doesn't have supporters.
He does.
He does. He's the deputy national chairman.
Somebody is using him to do exactly what he's doing. You know, so
he has supporters. You know, so if you think that he doesn't have supporters, he's joking.
Now, Senator Umeh also said something. He said the door has been shut on Julius Abure. But talk to me. So, what is next for Julius Abure right now?
Let him leave.
Leave to another party, or
the governor of Anambra, of Abia State, Alex Oti, said he approached Abure and he asked him, I think it's enough. I think the time has come for you to let the party breathe, step down. You can even vie for the position of the BOT chairman. He approached him.
Okay.
So I'm sure what Asko is talking about, they may have done it, like approach him one-on-one, the governor and the senators, the legislatures, the governor, the only governor they have, are not behind the faction. So where are they drawing their strength from? Where are they getting the resources from? It shows you that there are things, there's one giant behind them. So then Apapa coming up 2 days ago, I think the time has come, truly, for them to sit down. Because before now, we know what Labour Party was, before we joined the party. It was a special purpose, platform, vehicle, to achieve certain, political gain. That was what they were using it for until Obi came, and it gave that party prominence. So they should not, if they think with this confusion they are going to go into a 2027 election in this form, it cannot be like 2023. It can't be like that, except that because we have you can see what other parties are, like SDP, are looking in that direction. If they think people recognize them the way they were recognized 2 years ago, it's not going to be possible until they get the acts together. Truly, if people who matters in your party are not backing you, what else do you need? Let's say the people they had the other day said they are removing the majority leader at the National Assembly. Okay, and the guy said he didn't appoint me.
All right,
so doesn't that tell you there's confusion?
We have Ada from Jos. Ada calling in from Jos. Ada, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Ada, are you still with us? Okay. All right. Now Asuko talked about something. He said Peter Obi should have done, so maybe go to see him and all. But do you think Peter Obi has done enough or has not done enough in trying to resolve the crisis?
I think he needs to do more than enough.
You think he needs to do more than enough? I think he needs
to step out there and do.
So you don't think he's doing enough?
He may do it, but we're not saying it. He needs to step out there and do more than enough. Because we're talking about a lot of people are behind you. You may be trying, but I don't think he's doing more than enough.
All right, we have Ada calling from Jos. Ada, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. Let's talk.
Okay. It's nice listening to your conversation. You're one of you have suggested that Peter Obi should go with the Lexoti to Abure's house and the rest of them. Abure will send the dogs after them, the way I see him. I have a feeling that Abure knows what he's doing. It's not that he doesn't know what he's doing. You see what is happening to the political parties is that I suspect that there's a problem somewhere. Most of them have a plan B. That is the issue now. And it's just deliberate to weaken all the major political parties so that the 2027 will be just kind of tea party for the ruling party. That's the way. That's my opinion about.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. She talked about Abure. But why do you think Julius Abure is adamant in this position, which is clearly disruptive to the Labour Party? Why is he holding that position?
Nobody knows for sure. But just like I said before, like I played the devil's advocate, that he was the landlord and he allowed them the tenant to come. Now the tenant wants to push them out. I think that is what is still running in his head.
The one his tenure is over.
But the thing is, his tenure is over. His tenure is over.
Because the office is tenured.
Yes, because you can't say you are. I'm not sure in their constitution they have anything like life chairman.
It's not possible.
There's nothing like life chairman. Okay? So the thing is, if you had 4 years, and even if they say, okay, stay for another 1 year, 1 year has come and gone, so why not leave? You have even said, okay, you want to go to the court. The court has now told you, okay, in black and white, leave. So why not just leave whatever you are doing and then let the party, be functional for once?
Like respect yourself and just
yes, now because right now the party is just going left, right, center. Nobody has direction.
Exactly.
You understand?
Now, talking about all of this and rounding off this conversation, as 2027 draws closer, do you think the Labour Party can, pick up the pieces and get their acts together as 2027
They
draws?
can, and that's why we're advising them. You don't get. They can't do that. And this is the time. This is the time.
This is the time to
This is the time. This is what I'm waiting for right now. They've submitted the CTC copy to the to INEC. So waiting for INEC to say, okay, we are recognizing this,
yes,
or recognizing. So we take it from there. That will determine if Labour Party will make an inroad in 2027 or not. If this will be the end, this is the time. Between now and next week, to become clearer.
All right, then. Fingers crossed. We shall see. All right, let's move straight to our fourth and final conversation. What is referred to